People remember only 25% of what they hear. Okay, think about that. People remember only 25% of what they hear. I think there are so many distractions in the world today that people are half listening. We're checking our phones, we hear a ping. So even if we don't look at the phone and be disrespectful to somebody, we hear it and we think, oh my gosh, did Joseph just answer me? Or, oh, I can't wait to get done with this conversation. And there's those distractions. So that gets into the barriers of effective communication. There's some internal barriers and there's external barriers. Last month, we talked about stereotypes and biases. So biases are forming when the person is speaking. Oh, like that person's not that smart, or that person has no idea what I'm talking about. You're talking to yourself in your head, right? And you're not listening. So that's where the internal biases and other would be, like I said, distractions or assumptions, which are the stereotypes and biases. Or this is a big one, planning your response before the other person is even done speaking. So if you're preparing your answer before the other person is finished, you are not communicating at your best.
I agree. If you form a lot of biases and stereotypes, which a lot of people still do in your head, so you're more focused on how you want to judge the other person rather than what the other person is trying to communicate. And that is where you tend to miss out on a lot of things. And of course, communication, when it flows from one person to another, there is a lot of filter, there is a lot of noise that gets removed, and that is how people end up listening only 25%, or rather people tend to end up remembering or storing only 25% of the conversation. The rest 75% is lost in translation, lost in the midway.
Dr. Sarav and I did not practice this in advance. We just are very aligned in our methodologies and our missions.